warriors would attack.
Back in the workshop again. We haven't been in here for a little while. So the premise of this video is broadly masonry related, I promise, so just stick with me. So for the last 6 weeks, I've done a few little side quests. So think like little extracurricular things. I've been to a few events and none of these really warranted a whole video, but I would still quite like to share them with you guys. So this video is going to be a series of 3.5 little side quests that I've been on, events that I've been to, things that I've done outside of the cathedral world in my capacity as a stonemason over the last 6 weeks. And I'm just going to talk you guys through what I've been up to, really. Basically, I treat social media like a big scrapbook, so this is mostly just me just blogging what I've been doing and what I've been up to, so that when I'm an old lady, I can look back on my YouTube channel and go, oh, didn't I have fun? So you just have to excuse a tiny little bit of self-indulgence here, but hopefully you guys might enjoy this and get something out of it. So, right, let's go. Side quest number 1. So last month I took part in a protest demonstration situation with my friend Pete as part of the Tool Theft UK Trades United oeuvre. So last year I actually went down to London with about 100 other tradespeople in 100 other vans to Westminster to take part in a protest and a demonstration to highlight the plight of tool theft and to try and encourage the necessary authorities to take tool theft a little bit more seriously, because when you are stealing a tradesperson's tools, you are not just stealing something, you are stealing their livelihood, because that tradesperson, if they have their van broken into and all their tools taken, they cannot go to work, they cannot then earn the money to replace those tools. It is heartbreaking, and in an industry, we're going to get quite serious here guys, but in an industry which has one of the highest suicide rates, where there is a lot of conversation around mental health, having your livelihood taken away from you in that way is just, it can be life destroying for a lot of people. So a lot of these kind of tool theft protests and rallies are to highlight the plight of tool theft, to try and encourage authorities to take it more seriously and not just treat it as a petty crime, to try and encourage them to enact harsher punishments for tool theft. A lot of it is organised crime, so they are targeted thefts, and also for the resale of second-hand tools, for tighter rules around that, because when you go to a car boot sale, which for my American viewers, a car boot sale, it's a little bit like a garage sale. I guess you guys have like yard sales, but it's kind of all in one place. Everyone comes together to flog their old stuff. And you can sometimes go to these car boot sales and see people with vans with hundreds of grinders, hundreds of drills, and it's clearly all stolen, and it is too easy for these people who are constantly stealing tools to resell them. So we need tighter regulations for the resale of stolen tools. Anyway, I will get off my soapbox now and show you some of the footage. So we went to the court in Romford, where a family who are known for the organised stealing and reselling of things were being tried. So we wanted to make a bit of noise there. That's it really, to highlight the plight. So me and my friend Pete, Pete is a plumber, and if you don't follow him, he does do the YouTube thing. He's much better at it than me. He's a professional, proper YouTuber. So if you are into plumbing and you would like to see someone doing plumbing content, then I'll put like a little, can you do links? I don't know, but I'll put his tag down here. So go and follow Pete if you're interested in like pipes and stuff. So yeah, we went down, had a day. It went really well. So this is the footage from that. Let's have a look. Bit of a different one today. I'm not at work, clearly. I am driving to London. It is 5:30 in the morning. 5:30 in the morning. Currently in Leicester. Driving down to London. I'm trying to film something for YouTube. Go away. So we all met up bright and early at 9 AM at the ITS store in Dagenham, and look how many vans there were, and they had supplied lots of decals for us to stick on our vans, and there was lots of buzz, lots of people. It was really exciting.
The first challenge, reaching on the bonnet. What are you doing, Rach?
Trying to reach the bonnet of the car.
Why?
You've been very helpful, Peter, thank you.
I'm filming. So Rachel has come to a van rally protest. Is this your second or third one?
Second.
Second. So we're supporting tradesmen trying to stop people stealing our tools, stealing our livelihood. We're at ITS in Dagenham. So Rach picked me up about 5:30 this morning in the truck. And we just got here at 9:15. We leave at 9:30, so we just made it. The traffic was horrendous. Tell us about the traffic.
The traffic was horrendous, Peter.
So we're going to put... I've got the stop tool theft, that's going on the side. We've got a couple more. Rach is doing the
Right mess of this.
trade side on the bonnet.
Oh, God.
And then the idea is all of these vans, it'll be like a convoy and do a bit of a protest. So we've got air horns. Obviously the people will be beeping their horns on their vans. The Met Police are joining in with us, so it's all been organised with the police, so it's like a peaceful protest. And we're just going to cause carnage basically and let them know that we're not happy. Do you want to say anything to your YouTube followers?
I know you said it all. This is why I brought you, for your efficient YouTubing.
She's just cranky because of the traffic, guys.
Didn't you used to be big on YouTube?
Shut up.
And then at 9:30 it was time for us all to leave, which was carnage. Oh, what have you done?
You're supposed to hold it upside down?
No. Have you broken the horn?
Don't hold it upside down.
Nice.
That was a bit...
I thought I'd better let Pete have a go at driving. You having fun?
Driver gets all the snacks.
Yeah, okay. Alright, see if you can hear me over the sound of the horns. We're driving to the Magistrates Court in Romford. And
I thought we were going to Dagenham Forward, but we're not.
No, we're going to Romford, Magistrates Court, because two guys that have been done for tool theft, and they're going to court today, so we're going to go make some noise outside the court.
Rach, I think there's something wrong with our horn. Listen to this.
Okay, no more horns, I promise. There's only so much of that we can cope with. So we drove around the block for an hour, just trying to raise awareness, trying to make the authorities take tool theft a little bit more seriously, kind of protesting for harsher punishments for organised crime, organised tool theft. And it did work because the case that was held in the court has actually gone to the Crown Court. And so hopefully we'll be able to make some noise and raise some awareness and make the authorities take tool theft and the theft of tradespeople's livelihood a little bit more seriously, because it is not just a regular theft. You are stealing someone's entire livelihood when you steal their tools. How do you think it's gone?
Yeah, a successful mission, because we've literally been able to do loops and loops and loops. There's loads of people around the courthouse doing interviews and stuff, so we'll obviously be in the background. Everyone's van's labelled up, so yeah, I think it's good. It's not as good as the one we did in central London.
Not as many people as one in London, is there?
Not as many vans,
massive.
and not as much carnage, because we literally caused a standstill in central London. You couldn't move for ages. We've just been doing loops and loops and loops.
Really good turnout though. Loads of people have come out and everyone's like got their vans all stickered up and
yeah
really
you got
good.
it, haven't you? Because if we don't come, then who's going to come? And if people don't come, then they don't have any impact. So the fact that we took a day off work to come and that other people can work, I don't know,
it's important stuff.
It's the circle of life, isn't it?
Very insightful. What was the highlight of your trip to Dagenham today?
Definitely spending half an hour in this car park looking for a space big enough for your truck.
I'm dead good at parking.
We're going Wagamama's now, we need to take an Uber. It's right over there.
Oh, suck it up. Apparently my parking space was too far away from the Wagamama's, so a man had to take over. Oh.
I did ask if it was okay first.
And just a little side quest here. A couple of days after going to the protest down in Romford, I was invited to join excellent DJ Katie B on her live radio show. the Sunday Underbelly on Lincoln City Radio, where we talked about all of my favourite music. We got to play songs from The Kinks, Ian Drury, Frankie Valli, and we had a really good time for a change chatting about music rather than masonry, my second love. Okay, I did also sneak a little bit of footage of a little radio show that I did with my friend Katie B at the end of that, so just excuse that. Right, that was the tool theft protest. I believe the family, this was the magistrates court, which is kind of like slap on the wrists and a bit of a fine. That's my understanding of the legal system. But the judge did take it a lot more seriously, and it's going to be going to the Crown Court, I believe, end of this year, early next year. If you would like to know more about the tool theft protests and the kind of campaign that is being run, then check out The Gas Expert on Instagram. He is the guy who's kind of like figureheading the whole thing. There is also Stolen Tools UK and Trades United, that are the two kind of umbrella organisations that are kind of spearheading this. So check that out. Right, much more exciting, second side quest. Installer show. If you have been watching my channel for the last few weeks, you will have noticed that I have been plugging Installer show because I was going to go to do some stone carving demonstration and take part in lots of talks and panels, and some of you actually came and saw me, which was amazing. I love meeting you guys in the wild. It still blows my mind that actual people watch me and then I see you in real life and I'm like, oh my god, a real person who watches my videos. Incredible. So that was lovely. So I went to Installer show, which is a big trade show at the NEC in Birmingham. I believe they get about 40,000 people across 3 days, which I can believe because it is massive. It's so huge, you guys. It blows my mind. So I was doing stone carving demonstrations, I was doing talks and panels, so I did get a little bit of footage. So let's have a look at that now. Let's go. Installer. This is pretty stressful, isn't it? Those guys have built a whole house. Flipping heck. This is very clean. I don't think I belong here. We got in early. Look who's here. We're gonna have a little womble around before it opens properly. But looks a bit different to how it looked yesterday when it was utter carnage. Let's go see if we can find some people we know. Yes, my people, trowel using people are here. I'm so glad.
Dusty ones.
The dusty people are here, guys. All these nice clean plumbing stalls are all gonna get covered in dust. And I love it. And then we popped over real quick to the carpentry and woodworking section to see Robin and Derek. She is absolutely in her element. She loves it.
Team Teal. Taking the last one out, you can already see ahead. You know what's going to be. You've had it designed as you're going through. You're kind of preempting the issue.
Exactly. There's no.
So Installer was actually hosting one of the regional heats for Super Trowel. They've been having regional heats up and down the country throughout the year, and then the final is going to be held on the 1st of August. I think this was the last of the regional heats, and it was really great to see some trowel users at what is essentially a plumbing and electrics and woodworking show. So I felt like these were my people, and it was so well received. They had a crowd of people watching them the whole time. They did so well.
If I'm indoors carving, I need mallets. If I'm outdoors fixing, I need trowels. So there is definitely a place for modern tools within like a heritage craft, and then smaller companies like I don't know what stand here.
And once the Super Trowel competition was complete and all the walls had been judged, it was time for the heritage craftspeople to move in. We're here all day demonstrating heritage craft skills and absolutely destroying this carpet. You can actually see where we've been. You can see our little dusty footprints. Definitely not inviting us back next year. Ooh. Go on then.
Yeah. So I use this for 90% of my work.
Nice.
Right?
I use them for pointing at work as well, like line pointing and mortar repairs. Yeah.
I mean, so the first stage initially is you just kind of put it on roughly. That doesn't take that long, and then with lime plaster, it is kind of a case of sometimes you've got to leave it for a bit. Depends on the suction in the background, the weather, all sorts of things, and how much it sets up, and how heavy relief you've put on. Because at a point where it is still quite wet and sticky, you kind of have to then leave it and then come back to it in a bit when it's dried up, and then you can start adding more detail.
Yeah.
And then I'll use small artist brushes, and I might brush it over a little bit, and then I'll add a bit more detail until I get to the point where it gets so it's really quite firm. I'll be still messing around with this tomorrow.
All right, nice.
Yeah, because even though Brad put that on there, it doesn't really seem to be pulling in,
right,
surprisingly. But yeah, so have a go. I mean, literally all I do is I'll just lots of little bits, add it on, and start to shape it a little bit as you can.
Oh yeah, like push it around, can't you?
And the good thing about what I do is, unlike yours, where if it does go wrong, you've got a bit of a. Whereas with this, you can just change it. You can just scrape it off or whatever.
Take too much off the stone, you can't stick it back on.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I suppose you can do stone repairs to a certain degree.
Yeah, we can if we chip a little bit off. If it's not structural, then you can use stone glue, and people use resins and stuff.
Yeah.
You can blend it in. And if it's a big structural fault, obviously, then the stone's got to go. But technically, the stone, if it has a big enough fault in it, shouldn't make it to the workshop anyway, because you can tell when a stone's got faults in it. Oh, this is very satisfying as well. Should we just swap?
Yeah, good. Just give me a blank bit of stone. I'll see what I can do today, and you have a go. We'll just do something.
Challenge accepted.
So where do you buy your limestone from?
We've got, Lincoln was in the unique position where we had our own quarry for a number of years. So we had our own quarry in the centre of the city. We were extracting our own stone. That was quarried out a few years ago.
Right.
And we've been working through our reserves until about 2 years ago.
Right.
And then we found a quarry about 10 miles up the road that are pulling out stone for hardcore.
Really?
And they got to the kind of seam of stone that matched the seam of stone we were quarrying. So they've extracted 100 tonnes for us. So for now, we're good.
Yeah. I bet if I wanted to buy limestone, a lump round my way, you'd pay a fortune for it.
I bet, yeah.
It's where Brad lives, it's all, it's like Slate City. It's everywhere. But you go to a garden centre around my way, you want to buy some slate, you pay a fortune for a little bag. But around this place, it's stuff's everywhere.
Yeah. Oh, I'll leave you to the expert.
Okay.
Thanks, mate. This side I finished a few days ago. The other side I left unfinished. But yeah, it's kind of quite rough on the other side. Literally managed to get this done.
When I watch you do this on Instagram and YouTube, you make it look easy.
It's because it is easy, Peter. Over the head, mate! Oh! Yes! Ladies and gentlemen, she is using a ratchet strap all by herself. Take note, Craig. I have ratchet strapped. I think. No, wait, hang on. Spoke too soon. Oh, yeah! Look at me go. Okay, so that was my time at Installer Show. Loved it. Thank you to Brad, the Lake District property renovator. I will put a link to his Instagram account down here in case you want to follow him. He does lots of wonderful things with hot lime plaster and decorative plaster. So it's really nice to spend some time in the NEC with other heritage and traditional craftspeople, showing all the nice clean plumbers and electricians what it's like to get dirty for a living. So that was quite fun. I think it was really well received. Everyone seemed to really enjoy it, so that was quite nice. And also it was lovely to see the Super Trowel regional finals for the Midlands. Well done, Ash Mahoney, for winning that. So they've been having regionals of Super Trowel all around the country. And in August, 1st of August, they're going to be having the final, and I'm going to be there doing some stone carving. So if you'd like to come and pester me, again, if you'd like to come and heckle me while I do some carving, and also see some amazing bricklayers just rattling those bricks down, then make sure you come to Super Trowel. Okay, last side quest, I promise. So after Installer Show, I hot-footed it down to Salisbury to go to Chalke History Festival, which honestly is just, oh, it's my favourite event of the whole year. I love it so, so much. So Chalke History Festival is the biggest and best history festival in the country, possibly the world. So it is reenactors, practical archaeologists, craftspeople, experts giving talks and lectures on all aspects of history, from prehistory, so from like the Neolithic and Mesolithic, yeah, something like that, prehistory, through to the Romans, the Saxons, the Vikings, all the way up to World War II, Civil War. Just, oh, it's so good. They have craftspeople there. My friend Andrew, who's a stonemason, him and his family were doing stone carving demonstrations, and they also do workshops. So if you want to learn to do a little bit of stone carving, some wood carving, some axe throwing, some medieval sword fighting, if you want to get in a World War II trench and fire some guns, right, wild. There's all sorts of workshops. I did a little bit of Viking tablet weaving, which was really fun. And so, yeah, there's all sorts going on at Chalke. It's a non-profit. All the money that they make from running this festival, they actually use to provide grants to people studying history in different areas. They actively involve schools. They get school groups in and do demonstrations and workshops with school groups from primary up to sixth form. So, yeah, they are really passionate about history and showcasing history, and also, as part of that, traditional crafts. So, let's have a look at Chalke History Festival. Located in Broad Chalke, just outside Salisbury, this is Chalke History Festival, and it is like summer camp for nerds, and I love it, and I cannot wait to show you guys all the things that I got up to. The programme for the festival was absolutely packed, but my first stop was prehistory. The living history part of this festival really makes it for me. I love seeing people that are passionate about their time period and seeing craftspeople making tools and making implements for that time period. It's just, oh, I love it so much. These guys were actually making an Iron Age chariot. They were making 2 Iron Age chariots, but more on that later. I loved seeing the historic musicians. Amazing. The amount of effort and detail that all the reenactors put into their areas is incredible, but the thing that I enjoy the most is watching the craftspeople, and I bumped into Mike Dennis Craft.
Righty-ho.
Okay, what are we doing?
Right, so we're going to cleave some timber.
Good.
Cleaving is a controlled split, which we all want.
We all love a controlled split.
You are going to hold this.
It's almost heavier than it looks, isn't it?
This might be heavier than what you're used to. I don't know. Right.
Okay.
This is called, what is this called?
A big chopper.
It's called a throw. If you stand here, because you'll be wanting to hit that there. So I'm looking at the grain here. So I've got grain here. I'm going to go in the middle is kind of easiest.
Right.
And you're just going to hit,
Just whack it.
bang there, and watch my fingers on the way down.
Okie dokie.
Yes, give it a whack. Again.
Oh. So if you don't already follow Mike Dennis Craft on Instagram, I very much recommend. He is a fantastic heritage craftsperson and does a lot with wood and lime plaster, so he's a good one to follow. I then wambled over to look at the Romans.
So we're going to start.
I really like the Roman stuff. Roman stuff is cool. Look at this ballista. Yes, definitely want one of those. Oh, cool tent. I could get into a bit of Roman reenacting. These guys had even set up a Roman fast food stand exactly like the ones found in Pompeii, and were recreating Roman dishes to original recipes, and this was so interesting. I could have stood and watched this for hours.
Really amazed with those comparisons. Always better with Norway. So what I'm doing here is I've got red mixed with white. Some red wine. I've got our minced meat.
However, reenactors aside, one of the main draws for Chalke History Festival is the amazing programme of talks and lectures running on multiple stages and multiple tents throughout the week. The histrionics quiz is always a must-see, but I did really enjoy this talk on women warriors throughout the ages, which was awesome. I also saw a talk with my friend Andrew Zaminsky all about stonemasonry, which was smashing. My friends over at Pario Gallico, who you should definitely follow on Instagram, by the way, has also built this Iron Age roundhouse using original techniques. There was chalk plaster. She's made a cheese curd and chalk floor. There's wattle and daub. There's thatching. There's timber construction. Those pigments are all authentic to her era that she's reenacting, and they are so interesting to talk to about earth building. I am a big fan of earth building and using natural pigments and natural plasters, as some of you may know, so this was fantastic to see. And if any of you are interested in this kind of building technique, then you should definitely follow Pario Gallico. This guy's having a pretty bad time. Wow. Heat stroke that. Well, it does to kids. Oh. Oh, they've got trenches up there in the woods. Let's go and have a look at those next. It's just massive. It just goes on forever. For all history. Let's go see the Windborne Militia.
Each other. This happens a lot. The reason they do it, it's the old two-fingered salute. We caught your shit.
Another big highlight of Chalke History Festival is one of the big craft projects that the craftspeople take on every year. So last year they made a full-size French guillotine, which was so terrifyingly impressive. But this year, they made 2 Iron Age chariots based on genuine archaeological discoveries on chariot burials that had been dug up and analysed. They used all the original Iron Age techniques. I believe the linchpin on these wheels was actually made out of antler, exactly as they would have been. And they had these amazing ponies that pulled the chariots all around the field. This is probably the first time our Iron Age chariots have been raced on the Salisbury Plain since the Iron Age. And it was so impressive to see. And it was great to see the historic musicians out as well, blowing the horns. You could really get like this immersive, atmospheric vibe with the chariots racing and the music playing and the horns. Oh, it was so good.
Many thanks to the Council for British Archaeology as well. This has been a huge challenge for us, and I just want to start by saying a huge thank you to everyone that's been involved in this activity. I am sure you're all aware of the fact that we have gone through a heat wave of unprecedented proportions. And that has created a whole series of issues.
Warriors would attack.
So this is coming together. Bill, it's good to see yours is
Back to the talks. I saw a Beatles special with Samira Ahmed, Ian Leslie and Tom Holland, which was fantastic. I am a big Beatles fan. Al Murray, who happened to be there in his capacity as an expert on all things World War II, gave his famous pub landlord stand-up routine on the Saturday night, all for charity, which was so much fun. Loved it. But the best way to end the weekend was seeing Tony Robinson talk about his new book, The House of Wolf. What an absolute legend. I would recommend Chalke History Festival to anyone with even just a passing interest in any era of history. And even if you're not interested, just come and have a look, guys. I mean, look at it. It's massive. The final talk of the week was one about the history of clothing, which if you know me at all, you know I have a very strong passion for antique and vintage clothing. And then it was time for me to leave and go back to work. But look at this lovely sunset. Right, so that was it. That was all of my side quests for the last 2 months. I hope this video wasn't too boring and self-indulgent. I just really wanted to show you guys some of the things that I'm doing when I'm not at work. So I am back at work, finally. I feel like it's been a while. We have a chimney to build, we have setting out to do, we have a chapter house to fix. I also still have my master's dissertation to finish, and I've got like 8 weeks and I'm starting to get a little bit stressed. So I need to crack on with that. Right, it is 7:30 on a Tuesday morning. Let's go to work. Oh, this is, I'm supposed to say, because YouTube gets really happy if you say things like, if you would like to like and subscribe, then I would be very grateful. But you don't have to if you don't want to. That's totally fine. No judgment, guys. Right, anyway, okay, now I'm gonna go to work. Bye.